Government says it welcomes the order adopted by the Special Chamber of the International Tribunal of the Law of the Sea, ITLOS, suspending the drilling of new wells in the disputed West Cape 3 Point area. According to a release by the government, the ruling carefully balances and protects the rights of both Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire. Ghana will be able to continue to engage in offshore exploration and exploitation if it wishes that grant new concessions. The statement said, more significantly, Ghana will be able to continue to exploit all wells that have been drilled. The statement said, further than exploitation of the 10 field, which is about 60% complete, will be able to proceed in accordance with the schedule in the disputed area. The ITLOS in Hamburg last Saturday rejected Côte d'Ivoire's request that Ghana be ordered to suspend all oil exploration and exploitation in the disputed zone, including the 10 project. ITLOS also ordered a number of provisional measures which both Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire are required to completely or comply with, including continued cooperation until ITLOS gives its decision on the maritime boundary dispute, which is expected in late 2017. To put some proper legal understanding to this ruling is lawyer Yao Opong. He has joined us. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you very much for your time.
Yes, good afternoon.
There seemed to be an initial misconception or misunderstanding of the ruling. To the very layman, what does this ruling by the tribunal mean?
Well, good afternoon to your cherished viewers. Well, in understanding, it ought not to have generated a misunderstanding, but of course that is the issue of law. First of all, this is not the final of the tribunal. It is, in Ghana, you will call it an interim order or injunction that the Ivorians filed in court. They were asking the court or the tribunal to restrain Ghana from continuing with any exploration or exploitation activities in the disputed area. And also they asked for what they call further interim measures, including not divulging any information to this particular disputed area in terms of the exploration and exploitation of drilled wells and so on. The tribunal examined.
Hello? Hello? Well, we seem to have lost Yao Opong on the line. He is a legal professional and a practitioner, and was giving us was trying to give us some understanding of the issue there. And basically, he was just trying to put into perspective what the ruling of the tribunal, the International Tribunal of the Law of the Sea, was. And good afternoon once again. I'm told that we have him on the line.
Hello? Hello?
Yes. Please continue from where you were. Yes.
Yes, I'm saying that the main ground of Côte d'Ivoire for these requests was that Ghana was engaging in some exploration, exploitation activities in the disputed area, and that Ghana ought to stop Ghana or restrain Ghana from continuing with such until the final determination of the matter. Now, tribunal examined the various positions of the two parties and came to the conclusion that it will not restrain Ghana from continuing with the exploration and exploitation activities of the drilled wells in that particular disputed area. What it means is that whatever wells that Ghana has already done from the drilling, then you go to the development of these wells, and then you go to production, the actual extraction of oil. What it appears to mean is that Ghana can go ahead and do that, but Ghana cannot then engage in any future agreement with any other party that would lead, or any other company that would lead to drilling or exploration or exploitation activities. And so that is what it means. And in my view, it is a very balanced and fair measure they have given.
Okay.
In actual fact, I do not expect Cote d'Ivoire to even believe that the request that Ghana should cease all such activities would have been granted them.
Right, but there is also the concern that it doesn't mean the case is over, and so those who are preparing to throw a party should hold their horses. Is it something we can say?
I totally fully said that. I think that what we must be careful is not to heighten the expectation of people. And it's even disheartening to see the lawyers and people in group pictures and jubilating as if the case is ended. Because when you read the last part of Justice Mensah, that is the representative of Ghana on the arbitration, and by my own estimation, one of the best experts in this area is San. That is the foreign, if you had a foreign lawyer in it. They are very venerable lawyers in this area. But this is what Justice Mensah, even representing Ghana, said, that at the end of the case, the Special Chamber determines that any part of the disputed area pertains to Cote d'Ivoire, and if it concludes that any rights of Cote d'Ivoire have been violated by the activities of Ghana in that area, then Ghana will be required to make appropriate reparations. So it means that, we are supposed to continue, but let us just be that we win, because otherwise, then whatever reasonable reparation or compensation that will have to pay for continuing with the exploration, and in the unlikely event that the tribunal holds that Cote d'Ivoire's rights in those areas have been breached, we are going to pay huge reparation or compensation to them. So I think we have to be met.
Okay. And finally, before I let you go, what else can we do or should we do to ensure that before the final ruling, we would have good documentation and a proper presentation, so at least the final ruling goes in our favor?
Well, I think that, it's also finally settle any future disputes or any impending dispute in that area. But my own conclusion on this matter is that, we can gather all the information and present it, and we may win. But at the end of the day, it's more like adversarial.
Okay. Cote
d'Ivoire wins, we become enemies. We win, they become our enemies. And I said that oil is just for 30 years. This is a matter that we can use diplomacy, consanguinity, lineage to resolve amicably, and both parties will be happy.
Okay.
But you win, I lose situation that is facing us in the face, or in my view, not being a prophet of doom, but it's expected to generate some new dispute, generate some new tension between the two parties, which we can avoid if we try to settle amicably.
Okay. We are grateful for your time, Mr. Yao Opong, for putting some understanding to this ruling by ITLOS. He is a legal practitioner and was giving us a better understanding of the ruling between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire over the maritime issues. Earlier in the day, we spoke with the Deputy Minister of Communications, Felix Kwachiofosu, and he gave government's position on it and talked also about the number of times Ghana had tried to get Ivory Coast to come to an understanding so it didn't have to go to the tribunal. Let's take a watch of that particular discussion.
I hesitate to put this out, but it is necessary just so that the records are set straight. At least on 11 occasions, we have made overtures to the Ivorian side to sit down to talk. All of them have been unfruitful. 11 occasions. So we just didn't get up and decide to go and slag it out in court with the Ivorians. Now, after the failure of these 11 attempts, we then opted for arbitration. Where we are now is the International Tribunal on the Law of the Sea, ITLOS. So the panel that is hearing it is an arbitral panel. Now, arbitration is not litigation.